Now, South Africa is reported to have amongst the highest prevalence of absent fathers in Africa. A new men's movement, the Daddy Award South Africa, has emerged just in time for Father's Day. The awards celebrate and encourage positive and active fatherhood in South Africa. The initiative aimed at encouraging the culture of present fathers. The founder of the awards, Neo Mothopeng, is joining us now to talk more about how and why he started this organization. Neo, welcome to Newsnight. Thank you for joining us at this hour.
Hi, Abigail. Thank you.
So the Daddy Awards, my pleasure. The Daddy Awards South Africa, interesting concept. It's in its initial year.
Yeah.
Talk to us about how the idea came to fruition.
I think I'll just sum it up. It was a relationship with my father, which wasn't so great until his passing, and then I had my son, and I just realized how much I lost out within that time frame, and it just showed that active fatherhood is quite an important thing in a child's life. And I've seen so many fathers out there that are doing great, but I didn't see anything around my space, and I thought, where are these people, and how can we engage with them, and how can we bring them to the forefront? Because we know statistically, even just in society, fathers are seen as, with the negative part or the negative connotations around it. So I thought, sure, how can I get myself to be in the space of such people, as I'm a new father and I want to path a new way for me and my son. So that basically, it was emotional and statistical information that I researched, and I got to this point of saying, how do I bring fathers who are active and are doing great, and you bring it to the forefront of society?
Yeah. The stats are indeed concerning. I mean, I researched a bit, and most children in South Africa, over 60%,
Correct.
don't live with their father, and very few children have a present father or even a father figure in their lives. Let's talk about the impact that this has on children, specifically the boy child, and how we're seeing this evolve into something that is so damaging in the bigger space of things in our country. I mean, when we look at gender-based violence issues, I think these issues stem from a very young age, and I think absent fathers have a huge role to play there.
True. You see, the thing is with that, partly absent fathers are a contribution to a broken society.
Definitely.
So we are doing our bit as the Daddy Award South Africa to try and engage that part. And we know these go into things like where kids can get into drugs, get into teenage pregnancy, all sorts of other ills in society. So just for the mere fact that we are missing this one part of society from the father's activism, it basically creates these ills within society. So we're trying to make means by saying, how do you bring fathers more to the space of being active fathers, not just present, because you can be present but you're not active. You can also provide financial provision, but you're really not active.
100%.
So that doesn't really solve the issue of the child being a sound person in society, that we can experience this full person coming from home, Yeah.
Now, I think it's a beautiful concept, but unfortunately, a lot of people maybe watching this evening will have the view as to why then should fathers be given praise for doing their day-to-day job as a father should.
Yeah.
How do you respond to those people?
I've had that question from numerous people, and people use actually the term, why do we award fish for swimming?
Exactly.
Unfortunately, statistically, and you or me or anyone in society has seen, it seems some fish have forgotten how to swim. And the stats prove it, and people see it themselves. So it's not really about awarding fish to swim it's more about encouraging fathers and giving them a platform to be active. And those obviously who have missed an opportunity to be real great fathers, they can see out there from other fathers who are doing great or who are trying. We're not saying fathers are perfect. We're just saying we want fathers who are doing their best and doing what they can to show that they love their kids and they can give them a sound raising, a sound future,
So it's about creating positive examples where
Correct.
people can take from and sort of mirror that in their own lives.
Correct.
So now, who then can be nominated? Can any father who's just, doing what a father needs to be doing, can they be nominated? Are there specific points of criteria?
Yep.
Who can be nominated for these awards?
So what we have done with a lot of research, we realized that you can't nominate yourself firstly. So
Okay.
you can't think you're the best father. People who can actually say you're a great father or or you've been the best. It's people who have experienced you, people who've been around you, be it your kids themselves, be it your wife, be it your neighbor, be it the society that you live in, your nuclear society. So you can't self-nominate. You need to basically be nominated by people who've said, wow, my dad has been the greatest since I was like so young to this age, and I really think he deserves this. Hence, I'm saying the awards is a vehicle, but what we are, hence the hashtag we see you. We're saying we're seeing you, we're recognizing what you're doing, and can we show these people in society and build this big museum on our social media platforms that people can reference in the future and say, wow, there's actually great fathers, and there they are, and we can mimic them for someone who basically doesn't even have a father. And this movement or this platform we're creating, this is where now people can come and engage us around fatherhood issues or fatherhood topics, and then we'll have a platform for people to engage and possibly have some mentorship, have some fatherly advice, and have some guidance.
And I think that's a very important point. You know, it's great to nominate all of these amazing men who are playing beautiful and great roles in the lives of their children, but where's the discussion? Where does the dialogue and the collaboration happen? So it's very important to have those sort of spaces as well.
So obviously we have our social media platforms where the competition will be running. Just to go back to your question on the nominations.
Yes.
So based on our statistic and what we've read and researched, we've just opened a few categories, and we'll still open more as well.
Oh, there's different categories.
Correct.
Okay, so tell us about the different types of categories, and also how are you going to be selecting the winners? Is it just based on what has been submitted by the people in their lives? What sort of criteria are you looking at? So
just to take you through the mechanic quickly.
Sure.
Like I mentioned, you can't self-nominate. Somebody has to nominate you and saying, I think my dad, you think possibly your dad is the greatest. You nominate him, you go into our website.
He definitely deserves to be nominated, by the way.
Please, I'm actually looking forward to seeing you enter your dad. And let's have fun and building the social media museum of great dads. So you go into our website, www.daddyawardsouthafrica.co. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, Daddy Awards South Africa or Daddy Awards SA. And then, you go into our competition tab on our Facebook, or rather on our website.
Okay.
And then you'll see the entry form. You fill in the details. And, you get to enter the competition. And furthermore, I want to encourage people to read up on what we're doing, the terms and conditions of the competition. And the categories, there is non-resident dad. So we don't only want to put residency as the only form of being active. Because statistically, we've read about this, where from Stats SA, it says around about 50% of dads are not present at home. And this is only based on how Stats SA records you as home. So if you're not home for at least 4 days in a week, they regard you as an absent father. So now imagine what that does once you start putting that narrative out into society. And financial provision is a big thing for fathers. So if I'm living in KZN, working in a different country or different province, that basically deems me as an absent father. And then there's dads with special needs. There's also unemployed dad of the year. And then there's also Daddy of the Year, which everyone automatically is eligible for. But the other categories are based on, obviously, you being, it's either you're a single dad or you're a dad with special needs, unemployed dad or non-resident dad.
Just quickly, I just want to ask, so a lot of people don't have their dad in their lives, but they have a father figure who's been absolutely amazing. Are people allowed to nominate father figures, or does it have to be a biological father?
Thanks for that question. Definitely, this is open for any dad, biological and non-biological father. So anyone who's a father figure who has contributed into your life as a father, be it your neighbor, be it your uncle, be it whoever that has contributed into your life, and you would know as a person that this male person has given me so much throughout my life. It's not going to be someone you nominate who's done something just small, but we want people who've done a great impact into your life, and then we'd want to see those people come to the forefront, and we can show society that there are great males out there, and we can encourage those who have basically learned how not to swim or forgotten how to swim to say, guys, this is how we can get back on the course again. And just take some pressure off our mothers to say they don't need to be the only ones who are carrying this load.
It's much needed.
Let's bring the fathers, let's bring the males, let's bring the dads into the forefront,
and have that
saying,
support.
let's take some of the load off,
100%.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's an amazing initiative. Congratulations on starting it, and I wish that it is a huge success. And keep doing the good work. We love to see it here on Newsnight.
Thank you, thank you. And
My
yeah, I
absolute
encourage
pleasure.
people to go onto our website and
enter,
nominate their fathers.
Nominate, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Go ahead and find the website and make sure that you nominate your dad or an amazing father figure that you've had in your life. That was the founder of the Daddy Awards South Africa. It's the very first year this year, Neo Mothopeng. So